Hello friends, welcome to my new video. In today's lesson, I will teach you on how to configure failover cluster on our file server. I hope that some of you have known about failover cluster. It's talking about a failover cluster. It's like groups of servers, as you can see in this diagram, that work together to reach our server or our file server for high availability of like application or of any service. Okay, and for example, like if one server is down, another server will take place, so that is a kind of failover. Okay, so to be more clear, I hope you can read more document about this. Okay, as you can see in this scenario, I have three servers. One is my domain controller with this IP address, and I have another two servers. One is my primary failover cluster, and another one is my secondary failover cluster with the name of SVR01 and SVR02, and I will configure this for my file server. For example, if one machine has been down, so the client still have the access to the file server. Okay, we can say that it's talking about cluster. It refers to node. I can say that this one is primary node and this one is the secondary nodes. Okay, now let's go together. Okay, one here is my domain controller. Okay, you can see here property. Okay, here is my Windows DC. Okay, my domain controller. You can also go to file server, local server. Okay, here. Okay, here is my domain. Okay, and I have another two server. The first one is my SVR01 with the IP address, okay, 100.11, okay, and another server, okay, act as the secondary cluster, okay, with this IP address 100.1.12. Okay, now let's do together. Okay, so to do this, first you need to configure the iSCSI. Okay, this one I also repeat in my previous session. I also teach how to install iSCSI. So you need to go to add role and feature. Okay, next, this one I want to create the virtual disk for my file server. Next, okay, and then you go to file and service storage, iSCSI, and then tick iSCSI target here. Okay, you can read more iSCSI target server provide service and management tool for iSCSI target. Okay, you install this service. Next, install. Okay, that is installed. This one will take 1 or 2 minutes at once. Just wait. The purpose of this, we want to create a virtual drive for our file server. Okay, and then we share this to all nodes. Okay, Okay, this one I don't post it and let it go, so we can know the performance of the our PC. Okay, for this testing scenario, I have two server that install on Hive, my SVO01 and my SVO02. Those those are my hypervisor that I have installed to test for everyone. Okay, and this iSCSI we store it and configure on our domain controller. Okay. Okay, now installation success. You can close. Okay, after that you go to file resource and then you find the word iSCSI. Okay, and then here, okay, you can new iSCSI virtual disk. Okay, you can click on it. Okay, wait a bit. Okay, and then this one it asks you which drive that you want to configure your file server. Okay, you can also like specific path here. Okay, you can browse also here, but in this scenario I will choose this one, drive F. Okay, I will choose my whole drive. Next, and this one you can put any I will put vdisk. Okay, 01. Okay, vd01, so a1 easy to remember. And then I will put for testing I put only uh, 3. Okay, 3 GB. Okay, okay, this one let's it default dynamic. Okay, new iSCSI target, and then this one I will put iSCSI. Okay, iSCSI 01. Okay, this is my virtual disk 01. Okay, next. Okay, and then this one you add your this one you see click to specify iSCSI initiator that access this iSCSI. So this one I will choose the IP address of my node 1 and node 2. Okay, is my node 1, my node 1 11 here. Okay, the IP address of my node 1. Click OK. Okay, and then I choose the IP address of my node 2. Okay, 12. Okay, so this one all the IP has been added. Okay, and then I click next. Okay, let's see full next. You can see its name here. Okay, create. Okay, complete, and then you click close. Okay, so this one has been added. Now I will create another virtual disk. Okay, new iSCSI. I choose this same. Click next. Okay, this one I will put vdisk 02. Okay, click next. Okay, I specify like 4. Okay, 4 only for the hard disk. Okay, and this one I don't create new target anymore. I will use my existing. Okay, the existing that they have just created, then create. This one will be take faster. Okay, and then I click close. So we have virtual disk. Okay, okay, this 01 and virtual disk 02. Okay, so after this, okay, I will go to check it. I will go to check on my each one. Okay, iSCSI virtual disk D01, D02. Okay, so it has. Okay, after this you go to your node 1, okay, or your primary cluster, and then you go to your server manager, and then you go to iSCSI initiator. Okay, click OK. Just wait a bit. Okay, so this one I need to add IP address of my iSCSI target. Okay, iSCSI target is my domain controller IP. Okay, this one 10. Okay, you can also use quick connect. Okay, this one is connected, or you can discover here. Okay, discover. If you click discover, this IP address will be pop up as well, everyone. Okay, okay, discover portal. Okay, you can also put again to verify add one. Okay, this one I will choose as the initiator, and this one I will choose my IP address. This one the IP address of my existing domain SV1. Okay, okay, click OK. Okay, this one. Okay, okay. I can remove this one first. Okay, remove first everyone. Okay, I put only here. Okay, so this one has been added. Okay, this one has been added, everyone. And now we go to our target. This one it's already connected, or if you are not sure, you can also like disconnect. Okay, and then you can connect again over here. Okay, connect again over here. You can add one. Okay, and then you choose iSCSI initiator. This one I will choose this one. Okay, my iSCSI I will choose this one. Okay, initiator IP, and this one is my iSCSI target. Okay, 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 and then connect. Okay, iSCSI has been logged in via iSCSI session. Okay, so it has already connect everyone. Okay, you can also see its property. Okay, connected. Okay, here is its group. Okay, so it's work. So after this, you can also discover another thing over here, volume and device. You put auto configure. Okay, auto configure it will come. Okay, and then you click OK. Okay, so this one we configure on our SVR01. Okay, and now I will go to my disk management. Okay, I will go to here. I will go to manage computer management. You go to computer management. Okay, disk management. Oh, you see here, this one all the drive that has been got from our iSCSI target from the main controller. So this one you need to make it online. Okay, make it online both. Okay, and then you need to install it. Okay, I click OK. Right click, new volume. Here, right click, new volume, next, next. Okay, finish. Okay, I do the same thing over here. New volume, next, 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 finish. Okay, so now we have two virtual disk for our file server. Okay, go this computer again. You see here now I have two of this volume. Okay, try E with 3G of its volume and also try F. Okay, with 4G of its volume. Okay, so after you have already configured on SPO01, you need to go to SPO02. Okay, I go to my SPO02. Okay, here's my SPO02. I will log in. Okay, okay, my SPO02. So I go to my file server, tool, computer management. Let's see if it have the space, the virtual disk or not. In fact, it should not have. Okay, it doesn't have yet, so we need to do the same thing on our server manager tool in the iSCSI initiator. Okay, 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 and after that, discovery. Okay, discovery portal, and then you need to add IP address of your iSCSI target, our DC 10. Okay, and then we click add one, default iSCSI editor, and then choose the IP address of our SPO. This one is the IP address our SPO02. Okay, or our secondary failover cluster. Okay, and then we click OK. Okay, and then okay, click here. Okay, we click here if it, and then we also like go to our target. Okay, this one is not connected yet. We connect. Okay, and then we choose add one. This one as enter. Okay, this IP address and 10. Okay, okay. This one, the step is like the previous one, everyone. So it has been connected. So you can also see it property. See it property here. Okay, to check whether the status is connect or not. Okay, and after that you go to volume and device auto configure. Okay, okay. So for DC02 have been configured iSCSI. Now we go to computer management tool, computer management. Yeah, we need to configure the virtual disk on it. Okay, make it online. Make it online. You see, when it's make it online, it auto directly get the drive. We no need to format anymore. So this drive is automatic get. Okay, I go to check for you. You see here. Okay, drive E and drive F. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to add service of failover cluster. Okay. On DC1, I go back to my SPO01. I go to my server manager, manage add role and features. Next, next, next. Okay, I need to find my service of failover. it is should be in feature failover. Okay, failover cluster here. As I told you before you install any service, you can read its description like failover cluster allow multiple servers to work together to provide high availability for server roles. Failover clustering is often used for file service like file server, virtual machine, database application, and mail application. Okay, you install it and then click next, install. So this one it will be take a time to be installed. Okay, so we just wait. We let it finish, and after it finished we also do the same thing on node 2 a1. Okay, now let it finish. I will do the same thing on our node 2 spo02. Okay, I go okay, manage next. The service of failover cluster we need to install both on node 2 and node 1 and node 2 a1. Next. Okay, next. It is in feature failover cluster. Okay, install. Okay, so you see the primary cluster sp01 has been finished. Okay, has been finished. Now we need to wait for the sp02 to be finished. So let it finish. And the next step we are going to check it service. Okay. Okay, so this one has been finished, closed. Okay, so after the service is installed, we go back to our SPR01, our primary cluster. I go to server manager, I go to tool. This one is a step to configure failover cluster. You go to failover cluster manager. Okay, and then you can also read here the overview. The purpose of failover cluster ring is a set of independent. Okay, so I go to validate configuration. I want to check the configuration whether it's like working smooth or not. I go to add one, fine. Okay, so my SVO01 and 02, or we can say primary and secondary cluster. Okay, we validate mean we want to check the connections or any service that is work between these two servers. Next, okay, so let it test and see. Okay, now it's testing. This one is you get the error message with the red cross. This means that you will have the problem or error with your services. So now this one is processing, so let it finish. Okay. Okay, so it's still processing A1. Just wait a bit. I don't pause this video. I will let it finish. You see most services has been passed. Okay, it's almost finished. Okay, so test completed. Okay, it's success. Okay, and then you need to create cluster after you has been validated. Next, okay, I browse my cluster node. Okay, two of this. Okay, click next. Okay, and then I will put my file cluster. Okay, my file cluster, and then here is your network ID, and this one you can put the ID. This one, let's say the IP address that I will put 17. This one is the communication like container communication between node 1 and node 2. Right? Okay. Right. So this one is will configure the two nodes. Case A1, just wait it a bit. In this video, I will let it go. I don't pause it. So if have any problem or error, it will be shown here. Okay, A1, you have successfully completed create cluster wizard. Okay, I click OK. And now wait until the cluster is coming. Okay, you see here, this one is my cluster name. Okay, my file cluster.omsotech.local. Current host server is XPO001. Okay, witness. Okay, you can also see detail here. Cluster this one's online. Okay, you can expand to see it. Okay, here is my cluster. This one. Okay, and here is the my cluster uh, IP address. You can expand here. Role. Okay, you can see nodes. Okay, so node you see node 1 and node 2 or SVO01 and 02 status is up, and you can also see the it network ID. Okay, so this one in the same rank. Okay, you can also see status up node 1. Okay, and if you tick here status up node ID 2. Okay, it also up. If you see the storage, okay, you can see this. Okay, cluster this one for the node 01. Okay, partition number 1. Okay, this one is the primary. Okay, this one is the secondary. Okay, cluster 2 available SV01. Okay, cool. Okay, and cluster, you can also explore more here if you want. You can see cluster network 1, cluster and client app. Okay, now I close it. I want to go to see my node 2. Okay, you go to node 2, you go to failover cluster nature. This one should be config, automatically config, get from our node 1. Okay, I close it. Okay, you see this one is my SVR02. Okay, you see the cluster is automatically received from the SV01 after configuration. Okay, role node, you can see SVR01 is up. Assign vote, this one is the primary. Okay, it's the same. SVR02 also up. Okay, you see here. Okay, so here's the 10 information of our node. You can also see connection summary here. Okay, Ethernet, its IP address, role, okay, no, this, pool, okay, it's the same thing, like this. Okay, I just want to show you. Okay, so this one is like it sync, okay, together, or it's up together. Okay, so after do this everyone for the clustering step, it's finished. Now what we need to do for the next step is to configure file server. Okay, is to configure file server. Before this, I also want to show you on the domain controller machine. It should be have the cluster. I go to DSA, and then I go to computer. Okay, you see here, there is a cluster machine here, failover cluster virtual machine. Okay, name account my file cluster, and you can also go to see DNS. Okay, let's see my DNS. Forward. Okay, so take the local. You see here my cluster with the IP address of 100.1.17. Okay, so this IP address is combined SVR01 and SVR02. Okay, and now what we need to do is to configure file server. Okay, to configure file server for testing. Okay, so what you need to do, you go to node 1. Okay, I go to my node 1 here. Okay, and then I add one more row. I check whether I have add this service or not. Okay, so I will choose here SVR01. Okay, you can see the detail here. Okay, next I will expand the file and resource service. Expand here. Okay, file server. You can file server next share folder, enable user to access file on network. Okay, I enable file server. Okay, and then I click next, next, install. Okay, this one I want to share my file server to the user. Okay, using a Failover cluster. Okay, now let's finish. Okay, now after you finish, you need to do the same thing on your SVR02. Okay, I go to my SVR02 here. Okay, I go file server and then add row and feature. Add row and feature next. Okay, and then I will choose here. The first thing I already choose here and now I choose here is the IP address of my SVR02. Next. Okay, file and storage service. File server. Next. Next. Install. Okay, now let's finish. Okay, I've finished. So after you finish, now we need to add role, okay, for our file server on node 2 or on node 1. Okay, I go to my node 1 and then you go to failover cluster manager. Okay, and then you go to file server role. This one is to configure role. Okay, in fact here everyone it have a lot. Yeah, you can configure role, virtual machine, a lot of things you can do here. Okay, I go to configure role. Next, and you can also here you see the DFF or also file server or namespace DFF here. A lot of things that you can do. So this lesson I teach you only the file server, but you can explore more. File server, click next. Okay, I click next. Okay. So this one type the name that client will use when accessing this cluster role. So this one is just the name. I will put uh, file server cluster. Okay, file server, or I put file cluster one. Okay, and this one I will put the IP address like 18. Okay, 18 the IP address that represent this one, file cluster one. Okay, next. Okay, and so this one it will show you about the space. Select the only storage volume that want to assign on this cluster role. Okay, so I select it. You can also expand it. You see here, this is the value f. Okay, click next. Okay, and then you see you can also see more detail here. Is your file cluster one. Okay, with this IP address cluster, these two. Okay, next. Now it's processing. Configure high availability. Okay, you see this IP address or this role has been successfully installed. Click finish. Okay, now it's running. My cluster is running. You can also see here. Okay, file cluster running. File server. Okay, type file server SPO01. Priority medium. Okay. Okay, you see. Now I go to my node 2. Okay, I go to my node 2 to see whether this role has been applied or not. Okay, here is my node 1. I put here at the left and at the right is my node 2. Cluster, role. Okay, role it automatically configure everyone, you see. Okay, so what I want to do now, let's say if the node 1 has been full, okay, or node 1 has been disabled. Okay, so what happened? Okay, I will like I can stop over here. Okay, I can also stop row here, or I can go to here my network. on my role, on my SVR001 option. Let me disconnect this one. What is the status is I disconnect this one or I disable this one. Okay, I will disable this one. Okay, I disable it. Disable it. Okay, refresh. You see, when I put this one, for example, like the server has been disconnected. Yeah, because of like hard disk broken or network disconnect. Okay, some like cluster, my file cluster has zero cluster. Okay, as we also warning. You see, it's warning. It's warning. That means that this one has the status. It can be down. Okay. Okay, status warning. You can also see its warning. Okay, error cannot be connected. You see this one? Yeah, because I have already disabled its network card. So this one has been down already. Okay, see already down. Network down. Okay, it show you network down. Okay, node. Okay, down. Okay, so now let's go. If I go to my node 2, what happened to my node 2? Okay, what happened to my node 2? Okay, I go to role. Okay, if I go to role, you see, now the owner has been changed to node 2 because of what? Because of my node 1 has been down. Okay, before here, the owner is node 1. Okay, but until, when node 1 is disconnected, so the node 2 will take over. Okay, so our system still up A1. You can see is the like it fell over together. Okay. Okay, now I will go back and enable my network card back. Okay, I enable it back. When I enable it, it refreshing. Okay, I will refresh. Wait a bit, everyone. Okay, you see, now our node has been up. Okay, for this one is on node 2. Okay, I minimize this one first. I put only my here, my node 1 here. Okay, I refresh. Okay, this one we just wait a bit, everyone. In fact, this one the server has been up back, but because of the performance of my PC, this one will be take time. So in the next step, what you need to do is to configure file server. Okay, I right click on my file cluster here. Okay, and then I click add file share. Okay, the visual file cluster one. Okay, This one is like what you have to do before. I will choose quick. Okay. And then you can, this one you can also share from path or share from any drive. This one you can choose your drive here. Okay, drive, virtual drive, or this one. And this one you can put the name. Okay, the name for your share, like I put my profile, my data. Okay, my data, something like that. Okay, my data. Okay, next, next. Okay, the permission and let it default. Next, create. Okay, so it's completed. Close. Okay, close. What is I go to this one? I can use my client PC, or I can use the domain PC as well. I want. So this one I will put file cluster. Okay, file cluster one. My data. Okay, you see here, file cluster one, my data. So you can create any folder here. Okay, like document 2024. Okay, so you can also access the file cluster. Okay, so when I log on to my user, so the my client still can be accessed like that at once. Okay, okay, so in the real practice it is the same thing. You can test it, and you can also go to your drive. It will be have. Okay, I will go here to see. Oh, I will go here A1. Okay, default 02. Okay, you see here, this one is cluster. It show this one, the file that we have just shared. Okay, document 002. Okay, so it will be existing here, existing on our file. Okay, so you can also add more folder if the user want to access uh, here. Yeah, it can. Okay, so this one is on my node 2. Okay, my node 2, the user have access its right. Okay, so right now I will disable the network card of my node 2. What will happen? Okay, my computer a bit stuck. Okay, I disable its network card here. Network. Okay, I disable it. Okay, okay, I close it. Okay, and if we go to see the failover cluster manager on my SDO1, you see it already down. You see, unavailable. Okay, status set down, unavailable. So if it's down, we still have the node 2. The node 2, we can go to node 2. Okay, I will close it. I close it. I go to server manager. server manager for my I go to my server manager. Okay, my cluster on node 2 is still up. Yeah. Cluster. Okay, you see, you can also see here one down. Okay, one down, but we have two, total two, so we down only one. So even though it's down, the client still access the file server A1. Why? Because that we do the failover cluster. Now let's go to see dry is back. You see, the dry is back. So if we try here, okay, so it can be accessed. Okay, and if we try outside here, okay, file cluster one, my data. Okay, this one I access from outside. Okay, you see, the user still access the file server. Oh, okay. So that's all for today lesson A1. I hope that you find this lesson useful. See you in the next video. Bye bye.